Good morning. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Good morning. Let's try that again. Good morning. Excellent, excellent. Welcome to the 11th Annual Themed Entertainment Association Summit for 2014. And congratulations to all of the 20th Annual Thea Award recipients. You're in the room. Everyone that is a Thea Award recipient is wearing a blue ribbon. So those of us, all of us that know who our recipients are this morning. Now today is our chance to meet and network with the owners and creators of this year's award recipients to see what makes their projects award worthy and learn how they got it done. Each award-winning team was asked to present their projects in 4 easy steps. Number 1, to give us an overview of the final product. Number 2, to review memorable milestones in the development process. Number 3, what lessons were learned. And number 4, to do this in 15 minutes, leaving 15 minutes for Q&A from you, the audience. Now, for all of you who have not been briefed this morning, Ariana down front is our timer with the trusty iPad timing device. So we know that when that 30 minutes is up, Pat and I will assist anyone who wants to go over off the stage. Now, the only one that we've given any grace period to at all today is Joe Rohde, who's with us already in the audience, wherever Joe is. Joe's back there. Joe's in the back. There's Joe up in the back. So we're going to, we got a little bit of grace for you on that one, Joe, because we want to know where you've been in the world. Now, you have your agendas. Your bios are in front of you, the agendas, and it will be a fast-paced day with a 10-minute break between each of the presentations so we can reset the stage. Joe Fox in the back is going to be our voice of God. And when you hear Joe speak, everybody come from outside, inside, to be ready for the next set of presentations. It has been absolutely a delight working with the lady that I'm going to introduce you to, who has been the co-chair of the Thea Summit for yesterday and today. Pat MacKay is an author, editor, publisher, trade show and conference founder, digital pioneer, and she has a lot of arrows in her back just to prove that. Pat has spent the last 16 years working as a producer in our industry when she's not busy dreaming up new content projects. So please welcome the lady who's going to give us some housekeeping, say a bunch of our thank yous. Please welcome Pat.
Thank you, Roberta. Of course, I'm following the lady that needs no introduction. Roberta Perry, without whom there would be nothing. Okay, you know those nice little digital devices? Take a moment, turn them to vibrate, double check. Breaks. Between the presentations, there will be a 10-minute break. Feel free to get up anytime if you in the presentation, but do it quietly. The breaks, I understand there will be coffee in the hall throughout the day. Is that right, Kathy? Yes. The award recipient introductions will be short in order to give more time for the presentations. Each of the presenters has their complete bio on the website, which you all know is teaconnect.com, or refer to the program. Sorry, I hear an org in the back. Tonight at 6:30, or whenever Mr. Rohde is done inspiring us, everyone is... Everyone is invited to join the No Host Networking Party at Trader Sam's at the Disneyland Hotel. Now I'd like to do a brief thank you. We'll do a longer one right before lunch. All the sponsors in the room, we couldn't do this without you. Stand up and everybody give them a round of applause. Thank you. And next, you can hold your applause until I give you the cue on this group, is the hardworking TEA team. Kathy Oliver, our executive producer, Joe Fox, our technical manager, Gary Fitch, audio and projection manager, Ariana Jarvis, our timer, Kirsten Taylor Hall, our stage manager, Judy Rubin, our tweeter and blogger-in-chief. There she is. Doug, Robert, and Brent, the seasoned podcast guys, will be out in the hall. Michael, Libby, and Evan are videographers. I hear I'm on tape, and I look fabulous from yesterday. I do want to see that. And all of our Next Gen volunteers. Everybody stand up and wild applause. It's my pleasure to introduce you to some very important folk at the TEA. Our current president, Christine Kerr. Christine, there. Christine Kerr. Our Jenny Nevins, our COO. Past presidents, Peter Chernak, Roberta Perry, Keith James, and Pat Gallegos is here. I saw you. There you are, Pat Gallegos. And Lifetime Achievers, Bob Gurr and Joe Rohde. Everybody can stand and take a round of applause. Back to you, Roberta.
Thanks, Pat. We have some amazing volunteers in this room today, and we call them our Next Gen. We have a committee with the Themed Entertainment Association. That's the Next Gen Committee, and our chairman, Clara Rice, is with us to talk about the networking game that we're all going to be playing today with our Next Gen. Clara, come on up. There you go.
Thank you, Roberta. I told her I would take just 3 minutes to set up the game, and I see that timer going. But I wanted to set it up with a brief story. I went to a Disney park for the first time in November of 1980 with my parents. We did a wild ride with Mr. Toad. We sang with the birds in the tiki room. And my father covered my eyes at the Haunted Mansion. While we had a great time that day, it was his lifelong wish that we would go sometime as adults, as peers. And this week, I finally got to cross that off his bucket list. Right. We, again, had a wild ride with Mr. Toad, sang with the birds in the tiki room, and just to be a smartass, he covered my eyes at the Haunted Mansion. And there's a point to this, which is to say, and he said it was a perfect day. It was a perfect day. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is somewhere in the world, every day, all of you in this room, all the people that work for you, and all the people that work for you are creating perfect days for families like mine. And you are the memory makers. You are the fulfillers of dreams. And I am here today to introduce you to the new recruiting class of memory makers and dream fulfillers. So will all of the Next Gens that are here please rise and be recognized? Let's give them a round of applause. So, as Roberta mentioned, we're going to be playing a little game today, a little networking game. Each of the Next Gens will come up and grab one of these blue cards. On the card is a list of, those of you who went to the strategic planning session in January, are a list of MEPs, more experienced professionals. It just sounds better than old, so we're going to go with that. And right below the list of names is a list of questions. And they're going to come up to you, if you're on this list, and ask you 2 of these questions, because it's about the quality of the interaction, not the quantity of interactions. And once they've asked you 2 of these questions, if you're on this list, you will you'll put your initials next to your name, and then they will come up, after they've gotten 6 sets of initials, they will come up and put their card in the My Magic Bowl, because we're at Disney, so the Magic Bowl. And at the end of the day, I will draw some names for some fabulous prizes that Roberta has gotten for us, some Disney-themed prizes. So I'll just close by saying, to the Next Gens, relax. We're all friendly. Like, be your authentic selves, breathe, it's going to be great. To the MEEPs, be prepared to have your minds blown by this incredibly passionate, enthusiastic group of young people. And to everyone, have a fabulous day at the summit. Thank you very much.
Oh, outstanding. Thank you, Clara. Thank you from one of the experienced people, not old. Keith, you have trained her so well. Now, just as she was talking about the networking that's going to go on with our next gen, we are a group of people who love to network. So you now have 5 minutes to stand up, go meet 5 people you have never met before. Then listen for the voice of God. We're going to get started then with our presentation. So you have 5 minutes. Go meet 5 people you've never met before.
And bring back their business card.
Surfing now.